two more so street level characters like Spider-Man and Daredevil, it's only a matter of time, I would think, that an interaction is going to occur. There's some contractual things there with Sony and Marvel. They can't use Tom Holland's Spidey, so we may never see them interact on a street level capacity. But generally speaking, would you want these characters to cross paths on a street level capacity?
1,000 bajillion fulfilling %, bro.
I'm with you on that. Yeah.
Like going back to the 90s animated series, it would be music to my ears to hear either Charlie or Tom Holland say, behind this mask is the face of a friend and an ally in your battle and war against Kingpin, right? Like that would be like just chef's kiss, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Side Projekt Podcast. Yes! Let's take a sip from our underrated consoles mug. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. And you know why it's good, right? Because anything that you put inside of a Side Projekt mug tastes 10 times better. I swear to you. I don't know why. I don't know. Ask anybody that's gotten one. They'll tell you, like, they put their coffee in it. They put their water in it. Maybe you got an energy drink. I don't know. Someone even told me they put a biscuit in it. I was like, you don't put biscuits in mugs. And they were like, but Trashy, my biscuit tastes that much better when I put it in a Run It Up mug or a Project Park mug, or like I said, the underrated consoles mug, or the brand new bread and butter mugs available on the Side Projekt merch store via sideprojectpodcast.com. I almost said project.com because in the back of my mind, that's actually what I was going to make the website. It was just going to be project.com, like the abbreviation, PRJKT. And it always sticks in my head. But anyway, we got hoodies up there. We got tees up there in all kinds of different designs. The bread and butter designs, the Project Lines designs, the Run It Up designs. And then we even got, I got one right here right now. We got the Projekt Hub tees. We got them in tees. We got them in hoodies. And hey, hold on. Hey, get your mind out of the gutter, okay? It's not what it looks like. It's not what it looks like. Or is it? It might be, because anytime you put on one of those Projekt Hub shirts, this song always plays. There it is, right there. This song, it always plays when you put on these shirts, and I don't know what's going on. I got to talk to Chario about that. But anyway, Side Projekt merch available on sideprojectpodcast.com. Remember, that's Project with a K. But anyway, I'm wearing it today. I had to wear it again. I wore it like 3 episodes in a row because it's absolutely amazing. Because let's get into the bread and butter of this week's episode, because my guest this week is a rising cosplayer making waves in the community in a great way, with the likes of his Daredevil, of which I just recently featured as a cosplay of the week, for the amazing photos by Carla Dano Arango, and hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. I should have asked before we started this episode. Rocking variations of Daredevil, or maybe should I say Matt Murdock, while also recently debuting his Bullseye in the process. Not only a cosplayer, but the founder of the Instagram account Council of Murdocks, a share page and community for all things Daredevil. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together and give a warm welcome to ChrisMiranCos. Look at him, look at him. Oh, in the bread and butter mug with the Matt Murdock glasses. How you doing, man?
I'm fantastic. Chazzy, thank you so much for having me here, bro.
Yes.
I'm so happy right now.
Yes, dude, of course, man. I'm glad that you're here, man. You are in a select few, like a group of select few that have been like a cosplay of the week, and then a very short amount of time come on an episode. And that's alongside Asylum Harley. Do you know Asylum Harley or no?
I do not, but I will follow her. I will look at her content right after this episode.
You have to, trust me. And then Captain Tempest as well is another one, Captain Tempest. And I feel like I'm forgetting someone. I'm so sorry if I am, but usually it kind of tends to be the cosplay of the week. And then like I wait a little bit and then have them come on the show, so they have even more stuff like cosplay wise than what I featured as the cosplay of the week. But lately it's just working out that way, man. Cosplay of the week and then coming on the show, dude. I'm stoked to have you here, man.
I'm honored to be here. You're so kind. All the kind things you said on my intro, man. Bless your soul, brother. Bless your soul.
Thank you, man. Let's get into it, dude. I want to talk to you about stuff. You have so so much, man. You're definitely a Daredevil centric cosplayer, but not always, as you do also have an amazing Captain America as well. I love it. And you also recently just debuted your Bullseye too, but you do definitely have a focus on Daredevil, a focus on Matt Murdock. What is it about Daredevil as a whole that draws you into the character?
Oh, well, that's a fantastic question, man. Honestly, besides the fact that he's a certified badass,
definitely.
You know, growing up, like even as an adult, life hasn't always been easy, you know?
Yeah.
And if you look at Matt Murdock and Daredevil as a whole, as a character, not everything has been very easy for him. And honestly, I resonate with that. And his ability to persevere, have a strong mental fortitude and all the things that he goes through, bro. Like, and it's like, you know, he could have a broken bone, he can have a shattered ribs, gashes on his body, but he still finds a way to put his fists up and back against the wall, never backing down. You know, Battling Jack Murdock tells him, it's not how we hit the mat, it's how you get back up, right? So I apply that in all the things that I do in my life, whether it be cosplay, my work, working out, fitness, all that stuff. Like him as a character as a whole just resonates, and his morality, his perspective on life, like that. Just I embody that. I try to embody that. You know, whenever I don a suit or I just meet someone on the street, you know, just trying to be kind to this. Can't even talk right now.
No, you're good.
To the civilization that we live in right now. Brother, but,
yeah, 100%. Yeah, especially bringing that positivity, like you said, for the civilization we live in right now, man. It's interesting because it seems like a lot of people who are fans of Daredevil have some sort of like they look at it in some sort of way that you just said. You know what I mean? So it's really cool that the character resonates with a lot of people like that. Like Caleb, you know Caleb Weeks?
Of course.
Okay, that's my boy, longtime friends there. I had him on the show a long time ago. Previous guest in Cosplay of the Week. Actually got to have Caleb back on, man. It's been a long time. He had like similar things as well, and then he's also a very shout out to Caleb, man. He's also a very openly as well religious person. You know what I mean? I say openly because I don't always want to put people's personal stuff out there, but he's open about it. He's a very religious person as well, and so he relates on that side with the Daredevil stuff too, man. Have you always been a fan of Daredevil? Like, did you start with the comics? Did you start with the Netflix series maybe? And the Netflix series like sparked your love and got you back into the comics, or into the comics to begin with? Like, how did your love for the character even begin?
Take me all the way back to 2003, bro. Ben Affleck. A lot of people give that movie a lot of hate. It deserves a little bit more love than it has been receiving. But
I have to rewatch that. I couldn't tell you the last time I watched it. I honestly don't remember what it's like. I don't know if it even holds up.
I mean, the Bullseye in there, I love Colin Farrell, but the Bullseye in there is a little cheesy, but
I remember that. I think nobody can forget that part. That's for sure. I remember Bullseye being cheesy, but I don't remember how Ben was as Daredevil and Matt. I don't remember.
I'd say it's very, very similar to how it is in the Netflix show. A little bit more relaxed, kind of like that iconic, like go get him tiger kind of moment where he's looking up at him on the rooftop. But honestly, back in 2009 when I was like 9 years old, I remember seeing the movie, bro. Like, and I was just like, whoa! I just saw Blade '98. I saw Tobey's Spider-Man before, and then all of a sudden, Daredevil comes in, and I'm just like, dude, this guy's sick. This guy's so cool. And at the time, I was like playing the PlayStation 1 Spider-Man 2.
Classic.
You know that rooftop scene where Spidey and him are having that conversation and whatnot. But so like me looking at that, I was like, dude, super cool. I love the horns.
Yeah.
But then to be honest with you, man, like I never really got into comics at a young age because like money wasn't really accessible at the time.
Yeah.
And my mom was always like, no, we're not wasting money on paper and comics and Yu-Gi-Oh cards and stuff like that. Yeah. So like I did fall off a little bit going into high school, college, and then 2015 hit and Charlie Cox entered the chat. And I was like, dude, just blown away. And like that passion reignited. And now that I got adult money,
exactly,
I could just go crazy a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because we're all just kind of giant kids still. You know what I mean?
I'm a grown-up child, man. I'm a grown-up. I'm a kid that grew up and then just has to work a 9 to 5 to fund my 5 to 9. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So,
we're just all kind of just playing dress up. Fulfilling that kid in us to this day, dude.
Yes, sir, man.
You mentioned Ben Affleck, so now I'm really curious about this next question that I'm going to ask you, and where this may lie if you have an answer for it, if it even ranks for you at all. Do you have a favorite or maybe top favorite Daredevil suits, whether it be from the comics, like the classic red, or maybe even like the mustard, you know, the yellow one, or maybe it's the black and red Shadowland version, or maybe that all white purified version. The real comic heads know that one. That one's crazy, man. Yep. Or maybe it's like, you know, it's the suits from the film world. Where's your ranking on some Daredevil suits? What are your favorites?
Yeah, this is a valid question, and honestly, every Daredevil fan needs to have like a ranking system. You know what I mean? So, honorable mention has to be the Silver Age yellow, mustard, and red, right? So that's honorable mention. That's number 4. Number 3 would have to be his Shadowland. But a lot of people think the black and red from like Daredevil Supreme is his Shadowland.
There's a couple different,
exactly. I'm talking about the one like the gauntlet with the blades on his forearms. So that's number 3 for me, where he's just fully immersed in just evil, and like he's just gone out. All morale's out the window. Yeah. Number 2 has got to be a tie between season 2 Daredevil, where he after he gets shot in the head by Frank. Where he gets the new cowl from Melvin Potter, and tied with the Defenders, where it's like weathered and really
nice.
Hell
so
yeah,
clean.
And that's what I try to. And then number 1 would be classic cherry red, whether it's Frank Miller, Chip Zdarsky, or Michael Bendis. Yeah,
dude, great list, man. That's a great list, dude. I want to see the purified white one. I want to see somebody do it in cosplay. I haven't seen it. Have you ever seen anybody cosplay that?
I have.
You have, dude? Who's done it?
My boy Ian, his handle I think is Cytotoxin, and he does
I'm gonna look it up.
Phenomenal hand of God. Shout out Ian.
No way, dude. I've never seen it. I mean, as there is, I always say, like, in case there's somebody out there that's seeing, they're like, why not me? Why not mention me? I've done it. I don't know. I don't see everybody. The bread and butter mug. I see that. I like that version a lot. I think I like it because you don't see it often. I think might be what it is. You know what I mean?
He's OP too, man. He's OP in that form.
Yeah. I love that suit, and I just want to see more people cosplay that one. Speaking of cosplay, when you decided that you wanted to cosplay Daredevil, how did that process go for you? Were you going through like different suits and decided what you wanted to roll with, or was it like a sure thing that you knew you wanted to adapt like one of the series iterations? And if so, what draws you into that suit so much?
Honestly, man, like my first cosplay was Captain America, simply because it was the most affordable option for me at the time. And if I were to do Daredevil, I wanted to do him right. I wanted to do him guns blazing, balls to the wall kind of mentality, right? My top 3 is like Cap, Iron Man, and Daredevil, right? And when I decided, like, dude, I think I'm going to commit to it, it's like when I finally leveled up in life as an adult and was like, you know, I could do this. So I had to go with the Netflix suit, simply because of the passion, right? The passion that kind of weathered off, and then that just reignited. Like like watched that show. I probably watched it like 13 times already, maybe 14.
I've watched it a few times too.
But it's that, and that goes to your final question, right? It's like, why? Like, why is the sentiment behind it? It's like what Charlie has done for the character, and how he has studied it, how he has read almost all the comics, and really, like if you look at like the Charles Soule run, Charlie looks like
he does.
He looks just like Matt Murdock. So it's like I had to. That is my bread and butter. You know what I mean? That's
nice.
That's my food.
No, you pull it off greatly too, dude. Like you pull it off so greatly.
So
like the shots that I featured as the cosplay of the week are probably still, as of right now, my favorite shots that you've done. And shout out to Carla as well. Like I said it during the cosplay of the week too. You know what I mean? Like I love, for those that may not know, for anybody watching that's coming from Chris and doesn't even know who I am, I'm also a videographer. So and photographer here and there, but I focus on video. But I love those type of shots where like, something is in focus and out of focus and something's in front of the lens. Like I love doing stuff like that. I said this during the cosplay of the week too, like when I shoot fight scenes, because I used to shoot a lot more fight scenes than I have lately, but I shoot a lot of fight scenes, and I always love doing like that. My classic thing is doing that like over the shoulder kind of camera look, and you can kind of see like that L shape of like a little bit of their head, a little bit of the shoulder, and it's like in focus and then out of focus, and it focuses on the other person. I love doing those things and everything, and like you guys pulled that off. Just like
thank you, man.
Hit that spot for me where I was like, this is amazing. Like
thank you so much.
That means so a lot, good, bro. And then just the emotion in your face and the fist one, like I just love it, dude. You guys did a great job. I think that's still my favorite top photos that you've ever done, personally for me, man. Did you have as of this recording, by the time this comes out, it'll already be gone unless you post more. But I saw today, again, as of this recording, you posted some stuff on your story about some cats out of the bag, some things that you have coming. So I'll leave it in your hands when I ask you this question of, do you have any other suit designs for Daredevil that, you know, you kind of want to put on in the future? Anything that you want to talk about that may come to fruition for you? Like I said, I know you posted as a story, but I don't know how in depth you want to get. But do you have more coming for Daredevil?
I appreciate the mindfulness. But all I'll say is there's something very cherry red's coming.
Yes.
Something very cherry red's coming. Shout out Jose Cortez. Shout out Jose Cortez for this. And let's just say the next suit after that, not even the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man could beat him on a rooftop.
Hey, so. I like it, man. I like it, dude. I'm looking forward to it, man. Like I said, you pull off a Daredevil greatly, man. Like I said, you kind of been known for like being like a Daredevil cosplayer, I think lately more than anything else. I know you got your cap. You just debuted your Bullseye as well, and I know your Instagram account was created in around February of 2025, right? Is that when you created that one, the cosplay one?
I would say so. Yeah,
right?
I would say so.
Mm-hmm. Pretty new, kind of. You know what I mean? They're creeping up on a year. Everyone has a story on how their cosplay journey began, and I'm curious what yours is. Like, did you go into it ever thinking like, you know, like you said, you know, Captain America first, and then you went to Daredevil. Was Daredevil always on your mind, though? Did you know it was going to turn into like, I'm going to kind of focus on Daredevil, or did you just jump into Daredevil and that kind of ended up taking off a little bit for you, and you were like, oh, cool, you know what I mean? Like, what's the how and the when and the why and all of that when it comes to cosplay for you as a whole? And then, like what I said about, did you think Daredevil was going to take off?
I love these questions, by the way. So well thought, so like well said and everything.
Thank you.
But to answer your question, bro, like, shout out to my ex-girlfriend. Like, she was the one who kind of made me feel comfortable with like, you know what? I'm a 29-year-old dude, and you know what? Let's fully commit. Let's throw on my first cosplay. And you know, like, this was around like the Endgame era, when Cap was like Avengers Assemble, you know. So that was the hype. But at the end of the day, like, Cap is still tied for my number one. Like, so that's where I kind of started. We went to Fanime Con in San Jose. Fanime Con in San Jose. And that's where I donned the suit for the first time. And honestly, I actually never even thought about the why. Like, I did it because I had like really loved the aspect of dressing up as my cool characters that I admire and adore so much. But the why came later. Like the why was built upon different aspects of cosplay where I went for the first time. And I have like all these individuals like, oh my gosh, you are so incredible. Can I get a photo with you? You have no idea how much this character means to me. You do it so well. And then I transition over to Daredevil, man. It's like, you know, I have people, you know, my brand that I try to advertise is positivity and always being yourself. And whether it is, I mean, it's kind of funny. We say that we're be ourselves, but we're dressing up as other people.
We're playing dress up.
But the thing is, you still can be yourself when you don a suit. I add a lot of bit of ChrisMiranCos when I don Daredevil or Captain America, and you know, hearing people DM me and message me and saying like, "Hey, I just want to let you know, like, the way you cosplay, the way you carry yourself in the cosplay community, it is so refreshing. It is. It makes me feel confident in my skin to put on a suit that I never thought I would wear. It makes me feel confident to look in the mirror at myself and say, you know, I like the person who I'm looking at today. And honestly, like, there were a few times I cried and teared up because it's like, damn, I didn't realize that I could have an impact in this way. You know, I don't want to sound cocky or anything. I don't want to sound cocky or anything.
You're more than in your right. Yeah, there's a lot of us out there that feel that way. You just don't know. Like, and just to interject real quick, that feeling of we were talking off air and everything, but some people know. But it's like, you know, I've been doing the cosplay in the community for 6 or 7 years, but then only cosplaying myself for 2 of those years, and I always was behind the scenes and doing media and then doing videography. And so I got all my fix within cosplay from that, and hearing your guys' stories and everything that you said right now. But it wasn't until like I put, I don't know if I want to say a suit, because I don't really have like any suits, like, you know, like a Daredevil or anything. I cosplay a lot of villains, actually.
I've seen your muse, bro. I've seen your muse. Your muse is fantastic.
Thank you. I cosplay a lot of villains, actually. But like, even with the villains, like, that feeling when people come up to you and they're like, yo, can I get a picture? Or like, oh man, like, oh, you don't understand what this character means to me. And you portray it so well. And you, oh my God, like it's the best one that I've seen. Like, I'm sure everybody's gotten that because everybody's opinions on what's the best is different. So I'm sure everyone's been told like, wow, this is the best one I've seen at some point in time. Hopefully they have. I hope everybody's felt that because it's a crazy feeling, you know? And my point to it is though, not to make it about myself, is that I didn't understand that until I started cosplaying myself. Like I only understood from what my guests and everybody told me and my friends told me, you know, and being around them and seeing it happen until I, you know, donned Reptile and went to a con and people were like, you look like you're straight out of the game. Thank you, bro. That's all Tiger, man. That's all Paper Moon cosplay, dude. And Pack 3D as well. But I didn't understand how that felt, like what that would mean to me as well, to be told like, whoa, you look like you're ripped straight out of the game. And it's like, damn, I'm just doing this for fun and it's bringing me joy. But goddamn, this feeling is amazing when you get told
100%,
that. Yeah, so
100%.
sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to interject that. I didn't feel that until 2 years ago. And I'm like, wow, like now I get that aspect. You know what I mean? Now I get that feeling. It's crazy.
And honestly, like, sure, like the recognition is like, it's fantastic. It's great. But what really like holds more value to me is the meaningful connections that I've been building
100%.
with individuals in the cosplay community, whether it be just simply talking about our passion about Daredevil or how to do certain builds in cosplay. Like I'm going to say right now, I'm a noob when it comes to building. I'm not a master prop builder.
Oh, me neither, man. I suck. It's not my forte.
But it's the meaningful connections and helping people realize that you are capable and that you can step out of your comfort zone and be yourself unabashedly, bro. Like, that's the only thing I want people to get out of their interactions with me, you know? So
no, 100%, man. You said it too, like the meaningful, like relationships that you even build. And I mean, relationships in all forms, like friendships. And if you meet your significant other, like I met my wife to be in this because of this community, dude. You know what I mean? Like I'm so thankful, dude. I met some of the best friends that I can call, you know, best friends and great friends and good friends, like in this community, you know what I mean? Like all from cosplay, all from comics, all from gaming, all from nerdom, all from like relating to this geek stuff that we all love. It's like the community is crazy. So to be able to, I relate to you on that, resonate with that. Like if I can give back, if I can preach positivity, if I can put something forth, if I can give people the platform that I give, you know, I've always been like that since day one, but now even more so because it's like I've gained so much within this community, both professionally and personally. You know what I mean? So it's like that resonates with me too, man. I feel that like crazy. Did you ever think that you would be recognized, like I guess so much focused on like Daredevil? Did you think that would take off the way that I feel like I don't know if you feel like it's taken off that way, but I feel like it's taken off for you that way. I mean, you got the Council of Murdock's the page as well. You know what I mean? So like you're really branding yourself and running with that even more. Did it ever like dawn onto you like, yeah, you know, I'm going to do Daredevil and it's going to take off? Or like, were you just as surprised as the love that you've gotten as well?
Honestly, bro, it's the same type of surprise probably Matt Murdock felt when he was forced and pulled into the persona of Daredevil. Yeah. Right? Like I suited up not knowing that I could change or have some sort of positive impact on people's lives. But yeah, no, I had no idea. Just rolling with the punches, man. Just kind of taking life as it is and living in the moment and having that perspective kind of really opened my eyes into more opportunities. And if you like, I also appreciate you so much for shouting out Counselor Murdock's on here. Like, yeah,
of course,
like
dude.
That community is solely for the Daredevil fanatics and people who love Daredevil. So shout out to that community. Love that. But yeah, man, I never really I told myself 5 years ago, you'd be doing this. I'd be like, no, bro.
Exactly.
Like I didn't know, but I'm loving it. I'm here. I'm immersed in it. And yeah, I wouldn't consider it taking off because I feel like I just have my private stripes. I just got enlisted. You know what I mean? So
I feel like you're growing pretty fast, bro. I feel like, you know what I mean? And you're getting known for, and it's not all about, I just want to preface this real quick. It's not all about like, because I've said it a few times to you, like, how do you, did you think it was going to take off in this? It's not always about like, taking off in the sense of like fame or anything like that. But I'm just saying that I've noticed, as an outsider, the love and recognition that you're getting, as a cosplayer in general, as somebody putting some positivity forth in the community, and then standing out as Daredevil as well. So I'm just saying, if I've noticed it, I feel like there's other people that have noticed it as well. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean?
And I stand here before you very humble and very, very flattered with the words that you're saying. And honestly, I truly hope to make something big out of the council, not for me, but for the community. You guys are doing like a watch party or something, aren't you? We're doing a social cosplay posting event.
Okay.
For the premiere.
Yeah.
As well as a giveaway.
Yeah.
So shout out to my boy Austin.
Yeah, 100%, man. I saw you guys were doing something. I didn't know if it was a watch party or exactly what it was, but yeah, I remember you guys were doing something. Everybody go follow. I mean, I'm sure I've been editing Chazzy in the future has probably put some stuff up on the screen, but I'm sure if you're not following, definitely go follow, man. I have so much more that I want to talk to you about, dude. Yeah. But before we do that, let's break up the monotony. Let's get into this week's Cosplay of the Week. And this week's Cosplay of the Week is a long time coming, and it's none other than Mark.Candle. And by the way, I hope it is Candle, Mark. I've talked to you a few times, Mark. I've never asked if it was Candle or if it was like Candle. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know exactly how you pronounce it, but anyway, I'm throwing it up on the screen right about now. And that was Dr. Doom putting on a glove, you know what I mean? In case nobody got that mimery that was going on there. It is of his Dr. Doom, and this is absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely amazing, man. Sorry, I'm looking for the, I believe there it is. The photo is by Miggy Chigone, and I swear, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Miggy Chiggy over here. Absolutely amazing photo, Miggy. I'm not even kidding. It's phenomenal. I love it with Doom in focus, the background blurred right there in an underpass in New York, I assume. Obviously, I would think so. And just phenomenal, dude. And Mark, your Dr. Doom is insane, man. And this photo brings it out in an absolutely amazing light with like just the way that the green looks from the hood and then on the shoulders as well. And like, and then the eyes are lighting up and you can see a little bit of the mouth. Like, oh man, I need to zoom up a little bit here and to see it even more, man. It's just phenomenal. Is that snow? Is that snow on you? I just realized that right now. I don't know if is that snow or is that just the photo? Forgive me if that's just like the way the photo is, but absolutely amazing, dude. And I love like how certain things on it are dark, like the torso, but you can see everything else. It's just phenomenal. It's just so perfectly done. An amazing cosplay, an amazing shot. And I want to throw up a second photo real quick, and I'm throwing it up right about now. And this is of his Dr. Doom with the Doomasaur, with the dinosaur Doom. I absolutely love it. The Doomasaur Rex, and you know that I relate to the Doomasaur so much because you guys know that I'm the Chazosaurus Rex since birth. If you've ever seen any of my childhood photos, this is absolutely phenomenal. And it's ripped straight from the comics for people that may not know. And on this actual post that he posts, there's the carousel, and you can see he posts one of the comic covers that's got Doom riding the Doomasaur as well. Phenomenal. And Mark, I'm extending it right now, man. Long time coming for this as well. I'm extending the invite for you to come on the show because I got to talk to you about how you made your Doom, how you did the dino. Like, you know, if you did it all yourself, forgive me because right now I'm not looking at it in front of me. If you put any credits in the caption or anything like that, so forgive me. I'm sorry. As of this recording, if there's anything editing, Chazzy will write it on the screen. But this is amazing, and I want to know how you did this, you know? They got the little dino arms, dude. I absolutely love it, man. Like, and then what the teeth are made out of. I saw this thing in person as well at New York Comic Con, and it was absolutely phenomenal to see in person as well. In case you're just tuning into this on Instagram and you didn't tune in as a clip on Instagram and you didn't tune into the full episode on YouTube, we've got guest this week, ChrisMiranCos, and we're talking about his Daredevil. We're talking about how he got into cosplay. We're talking about the Council of Murdocks, his Cap, his Bullseye, and whatever else we end up talking about. Chris, do you have anything that you'd like to add about Mark's cosplay of the week?
Man, Mark, as I've been following Mark for a while now, and I just know for a fact his Dooms are always on another level.
Right.
Like, I know he hand makes his props and his cosplays, and if you haven't seen his Doom 2099, go see it. It's insane.
Yeah.
Like, I have nothing else but it's beautiful. Well done, Mark. And I hope to meet you one day, brother.
Yeah, 100%, man. Mark's a cool dude too, man. Outside of cosplay and everything too, he's a really cool dude, man. An amazing cosplayer, dude. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not following Mark, please go follow him right now at Mark.Candle or Candle. I guess we'll find out. Everything you need to see as far as the spelling goes is up on the screen right about now, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, please go follow him because Mark, your Dr. Doom and the Doomasaur cosplay of the week for me and ChrisMiranCos is amazing. Oh,
Love it when you do that, dude. Love it when you do that. That's epic.
That just started as a random thing, by the way, and people just liked it and I ran with it. That's the story of that. It just happened. Like I said, I want to talk to you more about like your cosplays. I want to talk to you also about Daredevil and stuff. I want to get in and talk to you about like Daredevil and the MCU and stuff. But once again, before we do that, I want to get into a little segment that I like to call Shotgun Questions. And what Shotgun Questions is a little bit more of a rapid fire segment that never ends up being rapid fire. We always end up having a conversation about it. That's the irony of it, and that's okay. It's a series of 3 questions. It's nothing to be concerned about. It's all fun and games, and it's a little bit of a curveball. I don't prep the guests for it unless they tune in regularly. Then they might know some questions that they're going to get. Let's see how much fun that we can have when I ask you. You have to build a team of 6 characters to fight off a threat on Earth. This could be a team that is comprised of superheroes or villains across the Marvel Universe, DC, or any other comic-based company. This could also be mixed with gaming characters or any other forms of pop culture. You have to build a team of 6 characters to fight off a threat on Earth. Who are your 6?
The Teletubbies. No, I'm totally kidding. I'm totally kidding.
It's over. They're done.
And the son, and the baby son.
Yes,
no,
exactly.
I'm totally kidding.
Oh, that's great.
Okay, I'm gonna get serious for a second. Let's see here. We're gonna have to throw Dr. Doom in there. Shout out, Mark.
Wow. Okay.
Dr.
Doom. I don't know if anybody's ever said Doom before. I can't think about it.
Dude,
I don't think anybody said it. That's crazy. Okay.
He's got like Tony Stark level intellect and like the magic of Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch combined.
Yeah,
so that leads to my next answer. Scarlet Witch.
Ooh, wow. Them 2 alone is like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Who's surviving that?
and then if you want to go like street level, I'm going to just throw Hulk in there.
Nice.
He's not really street level, so he's defending us on Earth. Yeah. You know? So we got what do we got? We got Doom, Scarlet Witch, Hulk. I'm throwing Thor in there for sure.
Wow, what a power team, dude. Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm not doing no DC because it's not really my forte. I apologize to the DC fans.
I was going to ask you that later, by the way, but we got the answer. Yeah, okay.
And then, you know what? If you want to go really OP, 2 more. Okay, we got 2 more.
Yeah.
I'm throwing Thanos in there with the gauntlet.
Oh my god!
With the gauntlet. With that 5 alone is defending Earth.
Yeah, exactly. You could throw anybody in there. You could just throw one Teletubby for fun. You know what I mean? Nobody's beating this team.
I'm kidding. For the 6th one, it would probably have to be Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange. Wow, man. We have had some extremely powerful teams. Like, I mean, a lot. I don't know who would be the most powerful, but this definitely has got to be like, it's got to be top 3, if not top 2. Like, you know what I mean?
Earth is safe.
It might be number 1, dude. You got Thanos with the gauntlet. Like, what are we doing? You know what I mean? Like, Scarlet Witch and Doom, it's over right there, you know? So, wow, that's crazy. All right, next question. I go back and forth. It's supposed to be rapid fire. It's not. It's never rapid fire. We always end up just talking. You said you weren't a DC guy, so I have 2 questions. People that tune in regularly know that I kind of cycle between 2 questions. This one was going to be a DC. I'm going to improv. I'm going to switch. it. So, out of these Spider-Men in film, you can only choose one, and the rest and their universe cease to exist. Tobey, Garfield, Holland. Who do you pick?
That's tough, man, because Charlie Cox is in Tom Holland's universe, man.
I know, dude. I know. Yeah. Gotta up the ante with the universe thing. You know what I mean? You can only pick one ultimate Spidey, and that's the Spidey in the universe you've got.
Okay. If you asked me like who's the best Spidey, I have a different answer. But in terms of just keeping the universe, it's got to be Tom. It's got to be Tom.
Oh, wow. Okay, you got the whole MCU. You can't complain.
Spider-Man fans, don't hate me. Tobey is still my Spider-Man. Don't get it twisted.
No, but see, here's the thing is it's kind of a cheat question in a way because if you pick Tom, you kind of get everyone. If you think about it, because like you've had Tobey, you've also had Tobey come in though. You've also had Garfield come in. You've had the Sony universe come in and all that. It's kind of a cheat question. I didn't think about that until right now. You
found the loophole, bro.
The loophole is picking Tom. You kind of get everybody. I may have to revise that question when it comes to Spider-Man. You know what I mean? All right. Lastly, if you could time travel to any time period, any era, where would you go and why? And you can have up to 3 different choices.
Ooh, yeah, that's easy. This is easy. 2003.
Nice. Okay. Okay.
Why? I think that's when Meteora came out for Linkin Park.
Oh my God, you're a Linkin Park fan. I'm a huge Linkin Park fan, bro.
Man,
Yes.
and I was devastated when Chester passed away.
Oh,
Hey,
bro,
R.I.P.
yeah,
Chester.
yeah. I
So
don't
that's
really
my
talk
number one.
about it. I don't talk about it. I'm gonna say for the
Sorry.
no, no. You're good. I don't talk about it because Chester was a family friend. Actually, Chester was I've met him. I did not hang out with him. I'm not saying it like that. I was not hanging out with him. He was my uncle's he was my uncle's friend. But I did have the opportunity to meet him several times. Wow. And there was a point in time when my family was doing okay financially and stuff, and when they were just becoming like big, Linkin Park, they were just becoming big, and we lived down the street from him. Actually,
that's insane.
Yeah.
Bro.
And when I say we live
insane.
down the street, some people may think, "Oh wow, you must have been living like in a mansion or something." No. I'm talking about like they had just signed the record deal. You know what I'm saying? So money wasn't. You know what I mean?
The spiky hair and all that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So he was not living in like a giant mansion at that time. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, no, that tore me apart, bro. You know what I mean? Like idol. I mean, beyond. Met him a few times, like I said. Family friends, so my family was torn it like crazy, but yeah, no, I'm glad you mentioned that. You know what I mean? We get serious on the show every now and then. You know what I mean?
You know what? Hell
we get serious on the show.
We get sentimental here.
Now, bro, when I heard that news, I literally I was at home when I heard the news, and I literally had to sit down. You know what I mean? I was like, you've got to be kidding me. You know what I mean? Like I literally had to sit. I thought it was a joke or something. You know, I was like, no way.
Like one of those hoaxes, right? Like you see on the internet. Yeah.
Yeah. I literally had to sit down. I was just like sitting there with like my hand on my face. I remember, and I was just like thinking, I was like, no way, dude. You know what I mean? I've been to their concerts, bro. Have you ever been to?
Lucky. I've been to one with Emily Armstrong, but never with Chester.
How was that, by the way? We'll circle back in a second. But how was it seeing her live? Was it good?
You know, she's phenomenal. A lot of people not giving her the
credit
she deserves, but she is stepping into big shoes, brother.
Oh, 100%, man.
But she's taking it and making it her own in a sense. Like she's not trying to beat the new Chester. Yes. She's trying to be Emily.
Yeah.
And bringing her own twist to it. But her raspiness is insane.
Man. No, I love the new stuff, dude. I love it. I'm still a fan. It still has that Linkin Park sound, but with a little bit of a new twist. Exactly. You know what I mean? I love it. My fiance loves it too. Like we were vibing out to it, singing it together in the car and everything. You know what I mean? Like I love it, bro. Yeah.
Everyday track, bro.
Yeah. I think I went to 5 Linkin Park concerts in my time, bro. And just chills every single time. There's nothing like it, bro. Chester's screaming live. I went when they were like
chills right now, bro.
I know, man. I went a few times when they were like still just coming up, like Hybrid Theory. And then
that's the best era, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And then I went Meteora era too. So I saw them in like smaller venues. And then I saw them, I think it was 1,000 Suns era. I can't remember which album. Then I saw them when
Shadow of the Day, right? That's what Shadow of the Day.
Yeah. And I think it was 1,000 Suns. I think I saw them during that era too, when they were just like, you know what I mean? Just gigantic, like, man. And it was just like, it was just crazy to see, like to be able to see in concert, like the come up and then the just absolute insane superstardom, just stadiums sold out. Like, you know what I mean?
Sad.
Like, the best concert I've ever been to by far, every single time, a Linkin Park concert. And then second best, and I can't believe I'm even saying this, but I'm sorry, Linkin Park beats it, was Eminem. Seeing Eminem live, I saw him twice. I'm not even kidding, bro. Like once again, another chills moment. The dude just has stage presence like you would never believe, man.
Could only imagine.
I was just like engulfed. Like everything around me was just, everybody was gone. And it was just like me and Marshall. You know what I mean? It was just me and Marshall.
Mr. Mathers and Mr. Chazzy.
Exactly, dude. It was crazy. So anyway, my bad. Let's go back to let's go back to the time travel. So 2003, Linkin Park. Okay, yeah.
Second would be back to 2018. Give me that Mjolnir catch from Cap, bro. Let me relive that moment. Let me relive that moment again.
What a moment, right? What a captivating moment, dude. Yeah.
Thor was like, I knew it.
Yeah,
but I knew it.
Exactly.
The third one would definitely be 1984? 1984? Give me like a Depeche Mode concert, man. Let me go back. Dude. Or you know what? Like early 90s, give me Pearl Jam. Give me Pearl Jam to the prime, bro.
You're a Pearl Jam fan too? We are connecting right now on the music level, dude. We are connected on the music level, bro. Oh man, I grew up with Pearl Jam. Dude, you know what I mean? Like my dad, my uncle. Yeah. Oh man.
My Eddie Vedder impersonation is top tier. I'm just to let you know.
I love it. I feel yes. That's so great, dude. Oh man, I wish I could have seen them in concert in their prime,
100%.
dude. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah,
Jeremy, even Flo, like, oh my god. Black. If I got to see Black performed live, dude. Oh man, I think my dad and my uncle went to their concert. I can't remember. I know they went to a lot of Soundgarden concerts, man. R.I.P. Chris Cornell, dude. Oh my god, that's another one. When
man.
I heard that, I was just like, you got to be kidding. You know what I mean? That one, both Chester and Chris, I think it might be the only times I teared up with like a celebrity like death. 100%. You know what I mean? Like it just, oh man, but Pearl Jam, bro? Oh, dude.
Hey man, I'm saying there's in the future, if there's an insane Linkin Park concert in LA, man, I'm hitting you up, bro. We might have to mosh together.
I'll make the drive, bro. We might have to, dude. You know what I mean?
Let's do it, bro. Let's do it.
Oh man, good picks though, man. Good picks.
Thank you.
Wow, that was shotgun questions. Yeah, we got all emotional there. I know. Hopefully people stay tuned. You know what I mean? That's also what the show is about. We talk about cosplay, but we can also talk about other things too. You know what I mean? Get to know the person, you know, behind the mask and all of that stuff. No pun intended to JF Photos. Do you know JF Photos? Do you know the photographer?
I've seen some of his work on Instagram.
Okay. I say that because he has a YouTube channel. Also, shout out to Jay, previous guest on the show as well. He has a YouTube channel called Behind the Mask, where he interviews cosplayers and stuff. But he does it differently than what I do. Major plug to Jay right now. Everybody go follow him. He does it because he's a photographer as well. He does it on the spot at the shoot. So you get a photo shoot and you get an interview in one.
That's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I love that.
He does it at cons a lot too. So shout out if you ever he goes to a lot of East Coast cons mainly. So if you're ever on the East Coast and you got a con where Jay is at, JF Photos, hit him up. Great photography. He's shot some of my muse actually. So he would kill shooting your Daredevil, bro. He would probably nail it.
That one muse one you had with Caleb where he's jumping and you're like,
oh yeah, bro. That shot, that was Multiverse Shooter. That was a crazy shot, bro. Yeah, I was like, that was a last minute thing, bro. It was raining like crazy. And we were like, everyone was trying to go. And I was like, hold up a minute. We have to get a shot of him jumping. You know, we have to. And then I was like, Dante, can you do it? And he was like, I got it. That was Multiverse Shooters, Dante's name. And he was like, I got it. So anyway, man, let's talk about some Daredevil in the MCU, dude. We talked about cosplay. We talked about a little bit of life. We talked about Linkin Park. And we talked about music. Yeah, you know what I mean? Let's talk about a little bit of Daredevil in the MCU, dude. It's very fitting that I have you on this month particularly because this month, March, the month of Daredevil, Born Again, season 2 comes out the end of the month. Being that you're kind of getting, you know, prominently known for like a Daredevil cosplayer, if I may say, and a fan as well. And because so, I'm curious of your thoughts about Daredevil in the MCU. You know, I kind of want to know, like, what do you want? What don't you want? Like, how do you feel thus far with his appearances in the MCU? I talked with previous guest and cosplay of the week, Ryder CGA, who's also a very big Daredevil fan, very knowledgeable at that on the comic side of things, super knowledgeable. Episode 193 for anybody that wants to hear a lot of we talk a lot about Daredevil in there too, a lot of Iron Man and a lot of Daredevil, a lot of War Machine. Great convo. I know some things that I'd like to see, and we'll get into them, but I'd like to start with you first, man. Like, just generally speaking, how are you feeling about Daredevil's debut in the MCU, his return, I guess you could say, to the spotlight, and what are some things that you're hoping for or maybe not wanting to occur, if any, like, you know, the whole 9 yards? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, man, honestly, like, as a diehard Daredevil fan, whenever you see Charlie Cox on screen, cinema.
Yeah,
I love it. I love
bro.
it.
He's perfect.
So from No Way Home to She-Hulk to the new Born Again series, like, I love that he's back. It is truly resonating with my heart, and I'm pumped. Like, I'm literally like, I'm so hyped up. My hands are getting clammy just talking about season 2. Like, I am so freaking hyped.
I'm so ready for it.
Dude, I've watched the trailer like so many times. Like, the stock price for forks has gone up simply because Wilson Bethel goes,
like, exactly.
But to answer your question, bro, I definitely would love to see less CGI.
Would you? Oh, when he was swinging around and stuff, did you not like that?
I mean, I love that. I mean, of course, like, those are the kind of things that you can't avoid, and you kind of have to use some Disney magic with it, right? But like, those rooftop fight scenes where like Daredevil does like a running uppercut to Bullseye, you can kind of tell a little bit of CGI was in that. And I'm not gonna lie, I do love the ambiance, the vibe that Netflix always gave us with their oneers. Shout out Philip Silvera, that's incredible action director.
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of want more of that Netflix, like, Let the stuntman, let the actors, let Charlie do his own stuff without having to like zhuzh it up a little bit with the Disney sparkle.
Yeah, that's for me. They had that a lot in the Netflix, and then like you said, like those one shots and the hallway shots, and it's just you going. It's just
man.
It was just they just nailed that. You know what I mean? It became like a staple for Daredevil. You know what I mean? Like I feel like now you got to do that. Every season has to have at least one really good one shot fight scene and all that stuff, and no CGI with it. You're right. Like let the stunt people do their thing. Let Charlie do her thing. There needs to be that authenticity with it. It just screams Daredevil now more than ever. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You gave it to us. You can't take it away. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. You blessed us. You made us privileged viewers. Please don't take it away.
Exactly, man. I talked with a writer, like I said on episode 193 about this as well, and I asked him, do you want Daredevil to kind of stay within his own series in a sense of like, do you want him to appear or don't you want him to appear in movies like Doomsday or Secret Wars? I know for me, like I wouldn't mind. I think it has to make sense, of course. It has to be like properly laid out, but I don't necessarily mind it. He definitely is street level and dealing with the street level, antics and the villains and all of that. And I appreciate that. I like that aspect. That's kind of what Daredevil is. And I say stick with that. But if something calls for him to be a part of something as big as what Doomsday and Secret Wars is going to be, I think it makes sense or can make sense. And he may be a street level, hero per se. And he's still like the protector and he's still involved in the street level stuff. But like even in the comics, like he does play a role. He does meet everybody else. He talks with everybody else. He goes around. So I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. I think it just has to be done right. But everybody has different opinions on what they think with that aspect. Do you want him to be a part of these films in any way, shape, or form? Or would you prefer him to kind of stay out of it and just stick to his own depictions?
Yes, I would love for him to be incorporated in some way, shape, or form, right? Mm-hmm. Nothing too like astronomical, like him actually going toe to toe with Doctor Doom, because he's losing that 100 out of 100 times, right? But at least incorporate him at a Matt Murdock level, maybe, right. But at the same time too, like I do love him street level. I do love him at the people level, right? Because finding the perfect, like as you said, finding the way to lay it out, the storyline to lay out, to have how is Matt Murdock incorporated into this with how Disney is going right now? Is going to be difficult, I personally think. So if I were to give you a final answer, I think keeping him people level, keeping him street level, maybe go and doing like a Devil's Reign kind of like storyline, right? With like Luke Cage and dealing with Mayor Fisk and all that stuff again. But I think they just announced that season 3, they're going to be starting to stepping away from the Mayor Fisk run, the Mayor Fisk line of the comic book. So
I wonder where it's going to go, because I know there was some teases. I don't know if it ever had any validity to it, but I know there was teases of like maybe Midnight Suns or something, having him meet up with Moon Knight or Strange or anything like that, even Wolverine or something like that. I don't know if it's going to just be like teased or something, like maybe in Doomsday or Secret Wars, that's when he meets like Wolverine, they have an interaction. Moon Knight, they have an interaction. Strange, maybe they have an interaction. It's like we see the Midnight Suns on screen, but nothing ever actually develops. That storyline never gets told or anything, but we just get to see that visually, that moment of them in the same room for a minute. You know what I mean? Maybe it's just something like that. I don't know, but I kind of like those little cameos that play on like, we're never going to get the bigger story, but here's a little something for you. Just to say
fan service.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Fan service. There we go. I couldn't think of the word. That's it right there. I know in the MCU, we have a little bit more of a Spider-Man that wasn't necessarily street level, given the way that he debuted, right? We got Spidey in space and all that. What I mean? But you have two more so street level characters like Spider-Man and Daredevil. It's only a matter of time, I would think, that an interaction is going to occur. I feel like it. An emphasis on, it should occur, might occur, because you never know with where things are going to go with Disney and how it's all going to where they're going to take these characters and whatnot with Doomsday and et cetera. And then I also think there's some contractual things there with Sony and Marvel. They can't use Tom Holland's Spidey, so we may never see them interact on a street level capacity. But generally speaking, would you want these characters to cross paths on a street level capacity?
1,000 bajillion fulfilling %, bro.
I'm with you on that. Yeah.
Like going back to the 90s animated series, it would be music to my ears to hear either Charlie or Tom Holland say, behind this mask is the face of a friend and an ally in your battle and war against Kingpin, right? Like that would be like just chef's kiss, bro. So yes, easiest heck yes, I'll ever say.
I gotta agree
simply
with
for
you.
that dynamic, because we saw them as Matt Murdock and Peter Parker interact, right? In No Way Home. Yeah. It would be a different type of vibe. We saw them as Spider-Man and Daredevil.
Yeah,
for sure.
Exactly. And just the way that like Daredevil fights versus the way that like Spidey fights.
Yep.
And like, you know, like just having them do their thing. And you know, I wonder though, like would Disney, I guess, and Sony, I guess you got to include them in the conversation. Would they do the classic trope of like, you know, Spidey and Daredevil are going to fight each other first. You know how they always do that? And then they realize, like, well, why do we fight each other? We need to team up for the bigger, you know what I mean? Like, I wonder if that would happen. I wonder if that would happen. And then Matt would see just how strong Spider-Man truly is, though. You know what I mean? Like, I wonder. I don't know. You know what I mean? But I would want them to interact regardless. I would like to see that. And I'd rather it be done if they did it on a street level than like, on rather than even like a Doomsday level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would almost rather their first interaction to be something that's occurring in New York City, you know, on a street level. You know what I mean?
I'll make a bet with you right now, bro. I'll bet you, I'll sell you however much it costs to buy boba or coffee or tea, whatever you like, that Charlie Cox is going to make a cameo
in Brand New Day.
Yeah.
I was hoping for it, bro. Like, give me something. You know what I mean? Punisher's already in it. Like, if they're fighting Scorpion, or something, and maybe Daredevil helps him, like, just give me something.
Exactly,
you know what I mean?
Man.
Because I don't think there's going to be another chance for a street level interaction unless it is Daredevil in Brand New Day. Because we're getting Doomsday, Secret War, all this others. I don't know if there's another street level interaction. You know? We'll see. We'll see where it goes, man.
You're right, brother.
I'm stoked for it, though, either way, dude. I'm stoked for Spider-Man. I'm stoked for Doomsday. I'm stoked for everything. I'm looking forward to stuff. Still iffy about Robert Downey Jr. being Doom, though. How do you feel about that, real quick?
I think it was a big Hail Mary.
Yeah,
I think it was. So? I agree. I would have to have. I have my reservations, like, but don't get me wrong. Like anything RDJ is a part of is kind of about to be epic.
Yeah, it's gonna
right.
Be,
but at the same time, too, it's like, come on now, come on.
I kind of just
you got Cillian Murphy, bro. You got Cillian Murphy.
Yes, bro. It was right there. Thank you. I'm on board with that one too. Like it's right there, dude. He has the look for it. He has the chops, the acting chops for it. Like it was right there. Yeah, exactly, man. Yeah, I'm iffy about that. That's one that I'm gonna have to see in person. I really don't know how I feel about that, man. Well, we are gonna get ready to wrap up, dude. We could talk so much more about the MCU and Daredevil and stuff, dude. But I'll always, I'll welcome you back. I do this thing, which I got to do it more often. I say this every time I say this whole spiel, but I have done, I think, like maybe 4 or 5 of them where I invite a guest back, right, for an episode. And then I invite another guest, whether they know the guest or not, kind of doesn't really matter, but I invite another guest. And so it's the 3 of us, and both of them have already been on the show before. So we already kind of got the interview-esque style, asking you about yourself questions out of the way. And now we're just coming on the show just to shoot the just to have a conversation about whatever it may be, comics, games, cosplay. It could still be cosplay, but it's maybe not so much an interview style thing, So I welcome you back. You're a great conversation, dude. You're knowledgeable about stuff. I would love to have a conversation with you about something like MCU related. Maybe we'll let some time go by, let some more MCU movies come out. You know what I mean? And then I'll invite you back with somebody else and we could just have a great conversation, dude. But before we wrap up, I do just want to ask you real quick. We kind of talked about you got some stuff coming for Daredevil in the future, but you do have your Cap. You did debut Bullseye. You don't have to talk about anything. You could tease it if you want. But outside of Daredevil, are there more cos plans for you? What I said outside of Daredevil in the future?
I think you're gonna like this little teaser I'm giving. But yes, we're going MK. We're taking it back to the 64 MK.
Oh yes,
Scorpion.
dude.
It's in the cosplay. It's something that I'm not really gonna keep a secret because it's like it's a childhood thing for me, right?
Yeah.
But then of course we got Invincible. We got Mark Grayson. That's in the horizon.
Bro,
for me.
you'd make a great Invincible. Now that you just said it, I see it. Oh my gosh.
Thank you so
speed
much,
that
man.
one up for sure. You have the look for, and I'm a huge MK fan, giant MK fan, giant Mortal Kombat fan.
That one. I know you love that one.
The minute you said Invincible, I was like, oh, dude, he fits it 100%.
You're too kind, my guy. I really respect and appreciate you, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's great, dude. I can't wait to see everything that you have in the future, dude. Shout out to you for being as awesome as you are. Shout out for creating Council of Murdocks and everything, a place for all Daredevil people to come together and everything. And absolutely amazing, dude. Ladies and gentlemen, please go follow him if you're not at ChrisMiranCos. Am I saying it right, by the way?
Yeah.
Is it right? Okay.
It's, Moran is from my last name, Merandilia. But I just Chris Moran.
Okay. Yeah, just shorten it. Yeah, that becomes a little people. You're right there. I know. Believe
What's
my
your
last
handle?
name. Yeah, exactly, bro. My last name is insane. I mean, it's on my profile, but not everybody looks. My last name is Baragiola. If you're saying it the English way, the American way. But if you're gonna go like Argentine or Italian, then it would be kind of what you just said, like Baragiola or like Baragiola. You know what I mean?
Baragiola.
Yeah, like that. You know what I mean? So, but if I imagine I wrote that in my like Instagram like username, you know what I mean? People would be like, "What's going on, dude?" Like, I don't know how to spell this. You know
hey man, it's a unique last name, bro.
It's crazy,
it has a nice
man.
ring to it, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, please go follow him if you're not at ChrisMiranCos. It's been awesome having you here. Like I said, I welcome you back, man. And we'll talk a little bit more off air. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. Wait, what is my outro? It's been so long. I forgot my own outro. It's thank you for watching and liking and commenting and sharing, doing all those beautiful things that you do over on YouTube.com/Side Projekt Podcast. When you go down, you hit that big red subscribe button. When you do, go something. Oh, and you get 100 sexy Projekt points. What are we doing with those Projekt points? I don't know. It's been like 6 or 7 years, and people are racking them up. I know Majestic, previous cosplayer of the week here on the show. I know he's probably got like a couple thousand racked up by now. We got to figure out what we're doing with those Projekt points, and we turn them in and do something with them. Thank you for listening and watching on Spotify. His videos are available on Spotify as well. When you go down, you follow, and you rate, you do all those things you do. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. If you're looking for me, you can find me on Instagram at IGHateChazzy. That is my personal. And if you're looking for the podcast as a whole, you can find it on Instagram at Side Projekt Podcast. Remember, that's Projekt with a K. Can't believe I forgot my intro there for a second. Happens to the best of us. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for me. For the Side Projekt merch available on sideprojectpodcast.com and ChrisMiranCos. We are out of here.